Hi guys, Mr. Morse here, and I wanted to show you today how to save all of your information, documents, pictures, whatever you might have on your computer, on your own device, into either your H Drive or your Google Drive. And that includes your fonts and those types of things. So if this is your screen here, there's going to be a couple different things that we need to do. So first of all, we're going to want to click on this File Explorer down here. It should be a folder of some sort. When you click on that, it should open up something that kind of looks like this. And so over here on your left-hand side, you're going to see a couple different things. And the big thing is going to be your H drive. And so that should be, it might be hidden. Sometimes that happens if you have this PC. You might have to click this PC in order to open kind of that up. And you'll see it should be your last name and your first initial, just like your sign in to the computer. And so when you click on that, then you're going to see all of these different things that might be on here. And so what I would do simply is a couple different things. I would go ahead and create a new folder, and you'll just click over here, you'll click new and then folder, and that folder will come up, and I'll just put down old device is what we're going to do. So now that old device folder is in there, and then I'm going to create one more as well. And if we go folder and new folder, I'm going to create fonts, because we're going to take our fonts as well, right? So what all do we want to bring over? So anything that is on your desktop, anything that is possibly in your downloads, anything that is in your documents, anything that is in your pictures, anything that is in your video, any of those types of things is what you want to bring over. So how do you do that? So if it's in your downloads, you simply, or if it's in your documents, okay, you simply would click the top one, or you can hit Control A, which Control A will end up clicking everything, right? It'll select everything is what Control A is. And then if you right click and you click on the cut right here, that now has cut all of those documents and things out of your My Documents. We're going to come back then over here to my H drive, and here's my old device. And so in my old device, I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste now that stuff into my H drive from my documents. Now it could take a little while depending on how much stuff you have in there. So if you have a lot of stuff saved in your documents, your downloads, or whatever it might be, now's a good time to delete anything you might not need, but also then to save it inside of here. So that's running right now inside of that. And so you would do the same thing then for your downloads, for your pictures, your anything that's on your desktop, that type of stuff. So, but now I want to show you how to save your fonts, because that's a big thing, especially in elementary, middle school. You might have downloaded some fonts or whatnot. So I want to make sure that you get that. So your easiest thing to do is going to be to click on your Windows, wherever that might be, and you want to just start typing fonts. And when you type fonts, this is going to come up. Should be a folder with an A on it, fonts. And so you want to click on that to open up, and that will open up all of your fonts. So these are all fonts. So when you're inside of here, again, you can either highlight them all, but I'm going to hit Control A to highlight them, all like that. I'm going to right click anywhere, and I'm going to copy these this time, because we don't want to cut them out of your device. We're just going to copy them, okay? I can then minimize or exit out of that. Back into my, if I didn't get here already, I can click back into my H drive, which is here. Here's my fonts. I'm going to click into my fonts, and then I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste my fonts into here as well. And so you'll see all of my fonts start to come over here. And the reason being is once you get your new device, we're going to go ahead and we're going to install all of those fonts on your new device. That way you have access to all of the fonts that you did on your original device. So that's how to do that inside of your H Drive. If you're going to do it in your Google Drive, it's exactly the same places that you go to. However, inside of your Google Chrome, right, you're going to go to your Google Drive, and you're going to go in here, and you are going to create a folder in here to put your stuff in. So new folder. You can do the same thing. Old device is what you can do, and so you'll create that. And so in here you'll see now I have a folder for old device, and I would do the same thing. So I would be able to drag in all of my files here, or I can upload. I can do an entire folder upload or a file upload. So if I click on a folder upload, and then I find the folder that I wanted, right? My documents, or let's say it was my pictures, right? I could click on that and click upload, and now that's going to upload all of those pictures into my Google Drive. And so if we see right down here, all of these pictures are uploading, 43 of 181, that type of stuff. And then, so then all of my pictures will be up in here. And so you would do the same thing as fonts, right? If I wanted to go ahead and folder upload, I would have to find my fonts. So what's going to be easier than doing that is I could create a new folder in here. Oops, I could, my bad, let me rename that as fonts. So I could create that as fonts. I could do the same thing where I go here, click on fonts, open up those fonts, right? But instead of copying and pasting these in here, I'm going to have to drag them. Into here, right? So if I'm in my fonts, I'm going to have to drag all 187 of those files into this font folder, right? So we should be able to drag those into here. If that doesn't work, again, we can go to new. I think it's just taking a little bit of a time. But so we would drag them in here just the exact same way, right? Here we go. Now they're all of those fonts now are starting to upload into that fonts folder that's inside of there. So that way then we could download them and install them from there. So again, same kind of setup. One is the Google Drive, and one is the Microsoft H Drive access to be able to do that. That's how you'll save and clear those devices. You can go back and watch this video kind of as much as you want to be able to see that process. Any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll help you get things situated over. So thanks so much, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.